And now we are recording. Sorry, people in YouTube
Great.
who are not watching us. Hernan, so we were waiting for you. How did you feel about the episode?
Well, I think it's a tough question. In a way, I agree with Felipe. I mean, it was kind of predictable. Uh, Maybe set from the ending, but yeah, I think that the final plot twist was really shocking.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that this kid was a pedophile and stuff like that. That was really shocking. But the whole story, yeah, was kind of predictable, and it was kind of unreasonable how you need not to take the orders that they were giving to you and stuff like that. Yeah, I can agree with that. Even considering that, I really love the episode.
Loved
I
it.
really love it. I mean, finally,
Yeah.
Black Mirror is going back to their roots, you know?
Yeah. I
Finally. So
commented
I'm
that last
loving
time.
it. I was waiting for something like this, and I think I don't know how to say this in English, but it's like, está tomando vuelo again.
Yeah, it's
So,
getting back on track, maybe.
yeah, it's getting back on track. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, this kind of shocking plot twists are making this last two or episode more interesting than the latter episodes that we have been watching last few weeks. So yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of hate and feel this disgusting feeling at the end. And I mean, when the mom of this kid, when Kenny's mom called him, it was really shocking to me.
Yes.
It was amazingly disgusting, amazingly frustrating, amazingly repulsive in a way. So yeah, I love this episode.
I really do.
I was kind of enjoying it, but not really enjoying it, meaningfully enjoying it. But at the end, it was like, oh, this is what I've been looking for. Because when you're watching Black Mirror, it's like reading Kafka, as I said
Yeah.
previous weeks. You need to feel disgusted to really know that the author is giving you what he's trying to give. So
I
yeah, I like it.
I agree. I think that basically we've always said that if you're not feeling disgusted at the end, it means that it didn't work. For example, with the previous episode, I didn't feel disgusted at the end. With the two previous ones, I was like, what? But this time I was like, oh my god, this is Black Mirror. This is Black Mirror. This is what is made. This is what the purpose of the whole episode. I think, or the purpose of the author, just like you were saying with Kafka, is to make you feel disgust, and because that feeling probably would lead you to analysis, reflection. Why do you feel disgust? Why? What about this? Or maybe raise some empathy on aspects that normally you wouldn't feel empathy, because they're showing you the inside of a criminal, maybe, or potential criminal. We were That was our discussion last meeting. Was him a criminal, a potential criminal? Can we assess or like uh, condemn, let's say, someone just because it's potentially dangerous? So I agree with you on the sense that this is Black Mirror once more, I think. So I was really glad with this. I was really like pleased. I enjoyed it because I enjoy watching suffering and disaster in society. I think that's why I like this show. So we were discussing last time with the girls. Before we get into that, sorry, girls, do you have any new reflections or ideas on the episode that you maybe would like to share with the guys who were not here? Or if you want, you can reshare your ideas to Francisco and Hernan, Felipe, sorry, and Hernan, so that way they can get to know your perspectives on this episode. Katy?
Um, yes, a little, because the next, o sea, the last week, we discussed about the potential criminal, and I think that all the people judge, no, I don't know what I say, juzgar,
Judge.
judge, yes, another people, but it's complicated when you stay in the in this paper, no sé, I don't know, in the place of the guy,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. When
yeah.
you're in his own shoes. When you stand in his shoes.
Yes, and I don't mean about these type of things, the pedophilia, or for example, you can judge a criminal or a violent man, or anything.
Or woman person.
Exactly, but nobody think put in your shoes or in them shoes. Yes.
Yes, I agree on that sense. Like I strongly evidence that I kind of feel for the protagonist in a way that I don't see him as a bad person. Potentially he's ill, probably mentally ill, but I wouldn't say that he's definitely a bad person, as we were discussing last meeting. And also, like when you stand in his shoes, like he was, from what we saw, he was a good functioning citizen, no problem at home, good relationship with the mother, good relationship with the sister, with the co-workers. He was bullied at work. He was intimidated by this girl. He was like anybody else. He just had a dirty, dirty, dirty secret of something he enjoyed. So, Paola, would you like to, this last time you didn't share your reflections with us. So I would like to hear your reflection now in orally. So can you share your,
I try.
Yeah,
Okay. A ver, when I watched the episode, I really know about it was about, when I say it, and I had a little affection for the main character, Kenny.
Yeah.
And I hate I hate him every episode, and at the end of the episode, the mother of Kenny tell they are kids. Tell me is no me acuerdo como it's not true. And when I watch this, I thought they must be very young for young children, for the mother to be so hungry with
so angry.
so with the decir propio, with what you say, son, and I don't justify the hacker, but I think you don't be violent for have a sick mind or a wicked mind.
A wicked mind, very well said.
And I feel the Kenny is a criminal mind, and I think the most abuser look normal, with like normal person, and in every family it's possible have a potential abuser or real abuser to children. And I'm sorry, I have a son, and and this mother, or tema, ¿cómo se dice mother?
Mother. I know. Matter. Tema. Matter.
Tema. Matter. It's sensitive, o no sé decirlo,
Yes,
como
sensitive.
it's critical
Sensitive.
for me. It's
It
critical
touched
for
you.
me.
It touched you
Ajá.
different. Or like you can relate in a different way. Maybe
Sí, it's a young man, but it's no sé, eso.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's like
It was great.
Javier.
It was great.
Yeah, you did great, Paola.
Yes, I was going to say that. You did great. We all got your point. You used very accurate words. So believe
No,
me.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared this moment. No, it's not
all these
only
words.
I think in this moment I take notes and
That's exactly the idea for those of you who have.
I said words.
No,
What?
it's perfect. It's perfect. I think that we all do that. Maybe in like
Yes.
those of us who are more fluent, we do it more quickly. We look for words in our mind before using, but if you're taking it just a little bit longer, it's okay. And this discussion will help you include those words in your vocabulary, and they will come to you more naturally. So perfect. Yeah, so you gave us a lot of interesting topics to discuss, like we kind of discussed last meeting, but we can go through them in a different way this time. Yes, Hernan, go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick idea, thinking about what Paola said. It was really shocking to me when I heard the mom's phone call to Kenny, when I realized, and it was really shocking, really, really shocking. I mean, it was mind-blowing, but not in a positive way. When I thought, oh, but Kenny was playing with a little girl at the beginning of the episode. That is so insane. So insane to figure out this, to realize that
it was a real
it wasn't
plot
because he was maybe he wasn't kind with her. Maybe it was kind of the faces that a pedophile has with some kids to engage them. So no, it was so insane. It was so mind-blowing to me. So yeah, what Paola said really made me think and remember that moment when I realized that.
Yes, there was. Yeah, I thought the same. When I think I realized that he was a pedophile when he was on the forest, and the other guy asked him how old were they, and
Yes,
I was like,
I
Yeah.
was confused.
Last
¿cómo
meeting.
se dice?
Last
The
meeting.
last meeting. Yes, because I don't know how old them the
But does it
children.
make any difference if it's
No,
if,
no,
it,
no.
if the baby is 13 or
No.
or
No, I think that
it does.
I thought that this guy it was
That
like
he was
videos
younger.
como pornography
Yeah.
or I don't know como like como typical videos no with children or
You thought he was just watching regular porn.
Regular porn.
exactly
Let's call it.
yes
If you can have regular porn, what is regular porn? Husband, wife?
I don't know, but you can get the
Missionary husband,
point.
wife.
sorry
Yeah. And I think this is very complex because when it comes to porn, it like nothing is regular. When it comes to sexual preference, we cannot easily establish the standards of what is normal, abnormal, or what is proper, improper, because we were saying that we are all different, and we all are influenced by different things that later in life will turn you on. Maybe if we went through all of us.
Yeah, but Alicia, okay, I'm very liberal, but I don't think that watching kids porn is.
No. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's okay. Tell something.
And then, what do you think about the other cultures? I mean, some indigenous people and Muslim, for instance, they have a girl like a 12 in the first like a period for the girl. You know, I think we are in a presumption that is like a very Christian presumption. I think Okay, we are like in a liberal society, okay, but I think we are influenced through Christian points, through the Christians, the fundamentals, and it's quite a contradiction for me, because always we are like put our eyes against the church, against the Christian fundamentals, but I mean, it's an inheritance for us, and for me, it's a good inheritance. So I mean, and the other day I was watching a debate with Kaiser and Esquella, and they talk about this kind of fundamentals and liberalism. And the problem in Europe is that, I mean, the immigrant people, has had or have had this influence. I mean, there are a lot of girls who has been married with this man from other cultures, and that's the problem now in Europe. And so, I mean, it's
I
debate
think
over.
I think you're putting an interesting topic, to be honest, a really controversial one too. But
I'm happy to
I'm
find
not
you
an
have someone on
extremist
my side.
culturalist, So I don't agree with cannibalism, for instance. So if there are some tribes that eat other humans, I totally disagree with that. I'm not an extremist in this.
But
And I
what if,
think that there
sorry,
are also some gray areas in this stuff, and some things could be controversial.
but what if,
But
sorry, can I ask you something? What if, speaking of cannibalism, what if I want to be, because there are cases in which people have been like caught being cannibal with others, and the other is a willing participant. What if I want to be,
I
and
think
you, and we're both adults, and we agree on that?
yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
different. But yeah, I'm a defender of liberalism, and I think what's most important is if you don't hurt other people as a first rule,
Yeah. The first and only
and
rule.
also
Ah,
to analyze the will of the other person, and those two topics are really important. For instance, uh, oh, we're getting into a loophole, but okay,
this is,
let's
yeah,
do it.
we were in a
Let's
loophole
do
last
it. Yeah,
minute.
let's go
This is
for
gonna
it.
be like forever meeting or the same
Yeah,
episode forever.
yeah, yeah. But okay. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. I mean, for instance, if you like to eat it to eat each other until this person is dead, I think it's excessively harmful, and it's not good, and it's always bad because you're hurting someone else. I don't agree with suicide too for the same reason. I don't agree with homicide for the same reason.
Yeah.
And in a way, it's kind of an assisted suicide to each other person,
Yes. Basically.
even considering that there is a will in the middle of that. But let's talk about what's really happening in Black Mirror. Kenny is not a Muslim. Kenny is not approving in general to marry children, and Kenny knows that it's not accepted in his society to do that. And I might uh, I forgot how to say inferior, but and I can guess that
You
in
can
a way
infer?
he knew that it wasn't good at all, not only because of the society, and I kind of feel because of the script, not because of Kenny, that he felt kind of guilty with that. It was a guilty pleasure, maybe even identifying it as an illness. So if we go back to Black Mirror, I think he tried to avoid this, even killing someone else, just because he knew that it wasn't right to his own moral, to his own values. So yeah, going back to Kenny, yeah, we can talk about my values too. And it's an interesting question, but we can get in a massive loophole without knowing at all. So yeah, let's go back.
That's where we were.
What do you think about that,
exactly.
Felipe? What do you think about that, Alicia? And the other people, what do you think about that?
Just to pass the ball to the other girls, we had that discussion last meeting. Like basically, I'm going to restate my point for those of you who don't know it, and to remind the girls, and so you can join the discussion. My perspective was pretty close to Felipe's. I think that he knew it was. I know, for example, I won't talk in my first person because like I don't want to be a pedophile. But let's say he knew that pedophilia is wrong. That it's wrong. I think it's wrong, not because it's wrong to like kids, but because it's wrong to hurt unwilling participants. We compared pedophilia with zoophilia, in which in both cases participants are not willing and not capable of making the conscious decision of having sex, whether if it's a dog or it's a baby. So when it comes to adults, I think that's a whole different discussion, that everything is permitted regardless of the rest. I mean, I think it's not okay to be to not be sympathetic with the rest of the people around you, but it's your freedom, and as long as you're not hurting anybody else, it's okay. But he knew, or I know it's wrong to abuse kids. I know it's wrong to record kids. I know it's wrong to upload that material on the web. But is it wrong to just watch it or to fantasize about it? Because I think that maybe you could, I don't know, you could fantasize about a bandage, or putting someone in a weird way, and I don't know, having sex, being using a costume, a rabbit costume, whatever. It's just your fantasy. But as long as you don't take it out of your brain, it's just fantasy. It can take you to dark places, yes. But can we judge or can we condemn people just for the way they're thinking? We never heard about Kenny being involved in the pedophilia business. He just enjoyed it. So I think that he's a potential criminal, but I think that as a society, we should not go on potential. For example, the church used to prohibit it.
But Alicia, you said before that he was mentally ill. So in a way, even if he hasn't done any felony, any crime.
But in that case, for a mentally ill person, I think that person needs professional help. Psychologist,
so you are
psychiatrist,
judging and you are doing a valid judgment, and it's okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I didn't get your point.
That you were kind of saying that you don't need to judge anyone. And I mean, when we're talking about mental illness, it's important to also take some decisions, even if they haven't done anything yet. That could be harmful.
What if he never abuses a kid? What if? So I think that we should go for the help.
Yeah. Because of that, you can say that you can have explosives and bombs in your house, and it would be valid if you're not doing anything. But what if someone could do something, and you need to regulate that? You need to, the state
or prevent,
or maybe your
has a responsibility, and the society has it too.
God won't, but our next, I don't know, child. What if he or she?
What if he becomes a criminal? What if just because, I don't know, let's say you are born poor, you are potentially I don't know, a thief because you don't have the money. So what if one day you become a thief? It's possible. I will try to prevent that from happening. I will try to give him medication, chances to improve his life condition. But up until the moment he acts, it's just potential. So I think it's very dangerous to base on kind of bias or potential of people like the church. because I don't know, marriage between two people of the same sex was prohibited because they could be potentially influencing the potential baby that one day they could have, who could potentially become gay too. And I think that if we keep basing ourselves on potentials and forget about the things that our minds is not something we can, I mean, it's something we can control.
Yeah, but that's different, because even if that is right, which it isn't, but even if that is right about marriage between people of the same sex, even if it were right, and it isn't, is that bad? No, it's not bad at all. If they were influencing their kids.
So is it bad to watch?
But if you tell about preventing raping children, I think it is bad intrinsically. So I think it's different. It's not a good analogy. I disagree with that. But maybe you think that it's not good to influence kids to be homosexual.
I don't know. Of course I don't. Of course I don't care if you're
And
gay.
what do you think about some gay people? Because not all gay people want to reduce the age of commitment, from 8 to 14 even. There are some cases from
but
18
not
to
all
13.
gay, even straight people are
yeah, gay and straight
people.
But I mean, there is like within the minorities, you know. That's why it's like a known like in the label of gay. But yeah, you're right.
Minorities in general are asking for
Minorities,
changes like
for
this.
change
There
that.
are groups actually asking
and
for
a lot of
validation.
group, even in
It's
Europe.
creepy.
And I think, yeah.
And it's also happening with voting, for instance. Some people is trying to I forgot how to say that, but to create a law that allows people from 14-year-old or 16-year-old to vote. We can talk about this kind of stuff in every single way, and I'm not sure how are we going to end. I think
there is no ending here.
I call,
yeah. Where is the will? Where is the consciousness? How partial or total the conscious really is? And and to be honest, how many adults are thinking very unconsciously as well? So how can we be sure about that?
I was going to say that any of us, any of us could be thinking of the same. Any of us can be watching child pornography in silence as a secret. It's a dirty little secret, because we all have dirty little secrets. And so I think that if we go through our history browsers, like browser history on when it comes to porn, probably we would all feel like, how can you like that? What kind of person are you? And if that person looks at you like, oh, how can you like that? Because it's individual. It's something that changes with every person. But I still think that just what you think doesn't define who you are, or what's ideas, or what turns you on or what doesn't turn you on,
or
in
the value
every sense.
of like inherently the value of the human being. I mean, we are like a kind of equal, you know, and the same value. That's why I am against the penalty of death. It's okay to say that.
Yeah. Girls, Karen, Katy, Paola, we've been discussing this. The guys are kind of good to speak, good to talk. I'm a talkative person too, so I would like to hear your opinions on these reflections we were sharing. Karen, would you like to join? There you
go. I was thinking about how far people can go to keep this secret, this dark secret, like a secret.
Yes.
And Kenny goes very far. He killed a man to maintain his secret like a secret. So,
but
I was thinking about that.
Sorry?
I was thinking about that.
So why do you think that was?
I don't think that he doing a crime, just watching this child porn, but to maintain this secret, he become a real criminal.
Yes, I think that's what everybody in the hacker network was looking for.
Mm.
They were forcing these people to actually become criminals, to commit crimes, actual crimes, like provable crimes. That because, for example, the judge was a racist,
Yeah.
thinking that, I don't know, you don't like black people, let's say. It's one thing, just thinking. Doing things against black people is another thing. The other guy hired a escort. We don't know how old was the escort. Maybe she was very young too. But he only called the escort. He didn't actually cheat it because he never cheated the escort.
Or maybe yes, a little, because he tells to Kenny that he maintained this conversation for a long time. So
yes.
maybe it's a kind of.
But you're flirting, just flirting. It's just texting.
Yeah.
Technically, you're not doing it.
Yeah, but it's thinking about.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's just the potential. I think they're going for the potential. So, I agree with you. Like, I think I wanted to take the discussion there to the reasons of what are we willing to do in order to keep our secrets, dirty little secrets, in silence. I think that probably if in society, I don't know, pedophile, like if we were in a gypsy country, and he was watching 13-year-old girls, he wouldn't care that much. But of course, as I was saying, in our society, pedophilia is out of the discussion. Like, it's unaccepted. So he knew that it would carry a heavy, harsh social punishment. And he knew in advance that, like, the reaction of the mother, my family would be like devastated if I was involved in something like this. So society will reject me. And there are many areas in which I think we could go. Like the husband, the one who was cheating, I don't think that cheating or hiring a escort is a crime at all, but he would lose his family. So for him, it was a horrible thing, and he was willing to do anything. I wouldn't care. Like, if someone is blackmailing me because I'm cheating, I would be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But for him, it was family. It was more meaningful than just a boyfriend and girlfriend. So yeah, why do you think, Kati, why do you think that Kenny was, or these people were trying so hard to keep their secrets? Or do you think that it was worth it? Would you do the same? What would you do in their shoes?
I think that they feel scared for the rest of the people can thinking about these type of things that make. For example, in the case of Kenny, they worry about the classmate, compañero, classmate, or his mother, and he try or for maintain, no sé, for keep this secret, make horrible things that it most heavy crime. That's the watch TV, o sea, watch videos, and I think that everyone have a secret, everyone. You can try keep your secret very in silence, but if the other people try to, how can I say, como chantajear,
Blackmail.
Yes. you can, in my case, I will call to police. Or I think that the hacker is more terrible than watch videos, for regular videos, or try to robar, ¿cómo se dice? Sorry. Steal a bank or kill a man. It's more horrible than watch a videos.
Yes.
In the both case, I think that I will call to police or something like this. Yes.
But if he calls to police, he would have to say, hey, you know, I was watching child pornography and these guys are blackmailing me, so they're both going to jail. Because you stored child pornography and that's a felony. We don't have a lawyer here anymore. Jorgito left. But we in the girl that came last time, she was a lawyer too, Natalia, right? So yeah, we don't have a lawyer here, but I agree with you in the sense that for me the hackers are the most scary criminals of the episode, because I think they are criminal. Blackmailing is a felony. Abusing people or using information in it for a reward. They ask for the money. They technically they manipulated people to steal. They blackmailed. They forced someone to kill another person. So those are felonies too. So I don't know if you can be a watchman. Like I don't know if
Alicia,
yes?
you're sounding lower.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure why. Maybe your microphone turned off.
But is it low? Still low?
Yeah,
No.
like you were
Far
talking
away.
very far away
Yeah. Let me try turning it
Yeah,
off.
that's
from
right.
another galaxy.
Now is it working better now?
No,
No, sorry. You guys discuss us. So
it's like
I
gravity.
scream now. so I don't know what to do about it. But yeah, I lost my train of thoughts. So yeah, Paola, do you hear me? Paola, can you hear me? Yes, yeah.
And I want to say one thing
Yeah.
about of Paola and oh, se me olvidó el nombre del lado de Conce, Javier. Me va a odiar.
Both have
Yes, me va a odiar. Paola and Javier, yes, because they had a kiss. It's different. It's completely
you
different.
cannot be that objective, I think.
Yes, I
They're
try
really
to
cats,
understand.
love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Paola, what do you think? I know you, and I totally understand that this is different for you because you have kids. What if
Yep.
what if it's my kids? That is the biggest what if for you.
What?
But I would like to know your opinion on the hackers. Do you see them as like justicieros? I like watchers. Like I don't know if you guys have watched Watchmen or know about Watchmen. I think like this is like Watchmen. Like people, they are doing the right thing. They are trying to keep the streets clean, but they're criminals anyway. So what do you think of the hackers, Paola? Do you value or approve their behavior?
No, not don't. The hacker is the worst character, in my opinion. Is a real criminal mind, because he play with people for increase the criminal act in
Personal
in
satisfaction, maybe.
act Kenny Kenny in the Kenny just view photos and but with the instruction for the hacker, he stealing
He's
stealing a bank in and after what you say incluso
even
apparently he killed another man for keeping and his secret in
secret.
secret, and the hacker is a bad person. it's a crazy man.
Kathy, go ahead.
Maybe the hacker tried to show the real criminal. For example, watch TV or watch videos.
Like he was discovering criminals, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Exposing criminals.
Exactly. Yes. For example, Alicia, if you watch TV videos of sex, it doesn't matter. You try to kill another person or try to steal a bank.
Yeah, that would make me a criminal, definitely.
Yep.
So yeah, technically that validates the potential. Like I think he was trying to say that people who are, even if you are not the actual criminal who rapes the kids and uploads the material and all that, if you have this dark side, it can easily lead you to become a criminal after all, maybe in other aspects of life, in other matters, like steal a bank or kill someone. Hernan, what do you think about the hackers? Or hacker? We don't know. One, many.
Oh, we're getting into another loophole.
That's
why I love
this.
This
is all about values.
That's why I love this meeting.
And life perspectives.
Alicia, you find a way to get in these loopholes in a way, and we kind of discuss anything but the episode.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea.
Yeah, but well, what do you mean with what do I think with hackers specifically?
No, with these hackers, like, what do you think of their actions, their intentions, their reasons?
I think what is kind of interesting in this episode is that we're not sure. We're not sure if they are trying to have fun, if they are trying to humiliate someone, or even if they are trying to make kind of justice with their own hands. We're not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if we try to guess, we could say that they were just humiliating someone because of all the things that they are doing, and in a way, because I don't remember the name of the character. I only remember Bronn from Game of Thrones.
Bronn, yes, Bronn.
Yeah.
Bronn is his name.
Yeah.
Bronn and Kenny.
Black Mirror's Bronn.
Yeah.
When he was exposed, I'm not sure. I mean, I watched the episode 10 days ago, but I think I remember that the only thing that he did was cheating, right?
Yeah. We don't know how old.
So
was
I know it's really judgeable and wrong, but it's not the same like being a pedophile. So I'm not sure how important for these people was like trying to make some justice with their own hands. I think the most important part was trying to catch someone with something. I forgot how to say indebido, but just to have an important and sorry,
inappropriate, maybe
inappropriate. Yeah, but more than inappropriate, because
yeah, I got you.
You know, yeah. well, but I think they were enjoying just humiliating people for no reason at all.
Yes.
And maybe they were doing some other stuff. Maybe they were on the deep web selling the videos and making some money and stuff like that, because they were recording all this stuff.
They had connections everywhere.
Yeah, no, it was kind of insane. So yeah, I think they were as bad as the people that they were catching and blackmailing in this whole stuff and threatening and stuff like that. So yeah, I think they didn't have good intentions. But what's beautiful about a good Black Mirror episode like this one is that you never
What
know,
is the
and
beauty?
there's
Yeah, it is the beauty. The
yeah.
beauty of
I
Black
mean,
Mirror.
I had the privilege, and I'm really thankful for that, about going to New York City 2 years ago. And what was most beautiful about New York is how disgusting this city was, how repulsive, how horrible, how
Like Gotham.
insane,
It's
how
basically.
stressful, how dirty, how yeah, everything. The horror of New York is its main beauty, and Black Mirror has its own beauty at the same way. When I feel disgusted, I know it's a good Black Mirror episode, and I kind of found the beauty inside it. So yeah, what's most
You're
beautiful
so
about a good Black
poetic.
Mirror episode? Yeah, sorry, I was
No,
in a
I
in
totally.
a very important situation, talking
I
stuff
am
like that. So
well
I'm
dressed.
kind of inspired right now.
I can use big words.
Yeah. I was talking about the importance of education and public policies and stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of inspired right now because of that, maybe. But yeah, when you have a good Black Mirror episode, you can find the beauty on this kind of stuff. When you have several stuff, different stuff that aren't quite defined as you like to, and it really makes you think. you know. So yeah, we're not sure about what the hackers were really doing, in this whole stuff, and it's kind of interesting because it makes our teacher to find these new blind spots to discuss with each
Yeah,
other. But
I'm
yeah,
looking and reading in between the lines always to find discussion topics. Yeah. So before we finish, Felipe, what are your thoughts on the hackers?
Oh, they crazy, I think. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
sorry.
they're like a distance from the reality, and yeah, I mean, you can have like a kind of judgment or maybe a punish for someone who has been like a kind of bad person or commit bad acts. I don't know, but I think that you can. I mean, the idea of be someone, I think, is that you have or you must have kind of limits for other people. I mean, and pardon. I mean, and like forgive. Forgiveness. Yeah. Always like it's confusing for me. Like forget and forgive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In this
but
case,
it's forgiveness. Yeah,
forgiveness.
it's forgiveness. Yeah. So that for me, in this case, I mean, there is anything, but I mean, is the projection of Black Mirror. So there is no like a kind of forgiveness or something like that. I mean, it like expose the human being as we are,
Yes.
and that
And
thing
that's the beauty.
yeah. I don't know if the beauty, but it's kind of reflection. Yeah.
I think that's exactly taking. Oh, sorry, Felipe. You let me let.
No, it's
Oh yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Just like Hernan was saying, what I love the most about this show is that the beauty of humanity, like of humanness. That's the word, not humanity, humanness. Like how different we all are, how vulnerable we are, how sensitive, how fragile beings. Even the most, even the most evil, like those ones, like this. I think this episode relates a lot to White Bear, the episode of the woman in the reality show. I don't know if you guys watched it before, but it's a really good one. I think it's season 2. And it doesn't tells you the background. We don't know if Kenny was a pedophile, active pedophile. We don't know who the hacker was. We don't know about the cheating. We don't know anything. We don't know any backgrounds. We're just seeing people going through periods related to technology, and I think that's the beauty of it, because it shows you humanity, mistakes, drawbacks, fragile beings, insecurity, all that, all the things that we have and that makes everyone different. and that makes this society function, and at the same time functional and dysfunctional at the same time. So guys, I think we are on time. We actually made it. We still need 5 more episodes to discuss, 5 more meetings to discuss this episode, because as Hernan was saying the whole time, like this is a loophole, because we go into values and morals who are different to everyone, which are different to everyone. So I really enjoy having this discussion with you guys. It was a pleasure as usual, and I hope you liked it too. And sorry for not reaching a point for you too. Sorry for not reaching an agreement on this discussion, but I think we will never do. And that's basically what happens.
That's the beauty.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty. Thank you guys for coming once more. And see you next Thursday for episode 4, season 3. Okay? I think that's a very popular one. I haven't seen it. Bye, everyone. Take
Been a
care.
pleasure.
Have a great
Axel.
evening.
Thank you
Bye.
for everything. It's great to be
Thank
back.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for
Thanks.
coming. It's great to have you
Bye
here.
bye.
Bye. Thanks for everyone. Bye.